Hey, how you doing? This is John, and welcome to John's Long Box. Today we'll look at Giant Robot Hellboy #1. It's kind of a new comic, so I'm not going to show the whole thing because that's kind of my policy is I don't show all new comics because I'm not a pirate website. But I really enjoyed this, and I wanted to talk about it and see if anybody else picked it up. We could talk about. So obviously, this is Mike Mignola, Duncan Fegredo, and Dave Stewart. What a great team. It's part of the Hellboy universe, and look at that cover, man! Don't you want to read that? Don't you want to read that? So, again, Giant Robot Hellboy, created by Mike Mignola, story by Mike Mignola, art by Duncan Fegredo. I'm sure I'm saying his name wrong. I've been a fan of his. Geez, where did I start reading him? I started seeing his artwork. Was it Constantine? I forget where, or Hellblazer rather. And Dave Stewart colors. He's been around forever. What an amazing talent. So this is just a trio of great guys. So 2023. So as you see, this is kind of new. So I'm just going to skip around a few pages at random because I'm not a pirate website and I don't feel right showing off new comics. But again, I'm excited about this. So let's look at this page. Not a lot of words, but we got a nice setup. This. I want to talk about this for a second. I always talk about how the comic books have the Z pattern. This kind of breaks it. I've been reading since I'm making my own comic, I've been reading the Will Eisner's Understanding Comics. Geez, I can't talk tonight, guys. I'm terrible. And one of the things I talk about is the Z of comics. Now, this kind of breaks the rules a little bit. You start here. It goes here. I guess it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't break the rules. I stand corrected. But we do know that he is in Britain. Okay? And look at this. He sees these not a lot of words, but Hellboy is a man of few words. But just look at these ray guns, these crazy looking robots. It's just awesome. He's captured. I love that panel. Look at that panel. You just see like the power of Hellboy, and you forget that he's non-human. I haven't talked about this concept in a long time. I used to bang it, but the Pinocchio, the Pinocchios are non-human characters that wish they were a real boy. I came up with that term years ago when I was talking about Ben Grimm, the Thing, to a friend. I was just like, he's like Pinocchio. He just wishes he was a real boy, and it just stuck. And I have a soft spot for the Pinocchios. So like Hellboy, Atomic Robo. Ben Grimm, the Thing, the most classic, and even the Hulk to a certain extent. He just wishes he was normal, and then I just love this setting. As a construction worker, I've worked in this place before. You know what I mean? I've seen this room before, so I wonder if Duncan's got some reference, or he spent time in these what we call them, the delivery areas of of buildings. A lot of buildings in Manhattan have rooms like this where the trucks open up the gates and pull in, and the docks, we call them the loading docks. And then this is usually a room where the dock master lives, and he's the one who comes out, asks you what your business is, takes your ID and things, and you got to listen to that guy. This is his room. He's in charge. They even have pipes. I just love how the pipes just stop here doing nothing. This is the kind of stuff I notice, but it is just excellent. Excellent. I just love this. So now they go into another back room, and it's a high-tech mad scientist lab. And you see this drone thing dropping off this robot, and it's in the past because, spoiler, Hellboy died in the regular run. So it's in the past. They're strapping him into some Whoozy Wattses, and I'm going to. Oh, I was going to skip a page, but look at that. So he is like, Hellboy is now the pilot of a giant mech. They made a giant Hellboy mech, and he's like looking around. Look at this. Look at this. This pilot, this woman over here is checking, and we got this gross dead body over here, and I'm just going to skip to a random page. Why? Because what would a giant robot Hellboy mech be without a Godzilla monster? Look at this. Hellboy in a giant mech fighting a giant robot. And now here's all the other. And then to be continued. Oh, man. Just put a smile on my face. Here we got some monster size Hellboy. The library editions are amazing. This put a smile on my face. This made me happy. This made me like this is like one of those things that just make me enjoy comic books. Just how fun it is, you know. How Hellboy, he's basically a superhero cult detective demon from hell. Now he's a mech pilot fighting gigantic kaiju. Guys, this is what comic books are all about. This is why I love superhero comic books, and I do consider Hellboy a superhero, you know, because they defy all genres. You could have a western, you could have sci-fi, you could have regular superheroics, you could have streets, you could have mystical, you could even have mythological like Thor. They all fit in with the superhero genre, and I think that's why I gravitated it towards. I think that's why I gravitated it. I think that's why I went to it, because it just encompassed everything. It was everything in the kitchen sink. And there you go. Now I'm babbling and I can't say gravitated. All right. I'll see you tomorrow with another video. Bye-bye.